What's up, guys? I'm going to show you 3 super effective tips that will speed up your editing workflow that you can apply today in DaVinci Resolve. Tip number 1 is to favorite your most used effects. Open up the effects panel, go down to one of the effects that you use all the time, click on it. Now you'll see all your favorite effects right there on the panel. And these effects will be right there in your favorites every time you open DaVinci Resolve. This is a big time saver because now you don't have to spend time searching for those clips and scrolling through all the other effects. You know what effects you want. Have it right there in your little toolbox, ready to grab, handy. Let's go. Let's get to it. Tip number 2 is to learn keyboard shortcuts. This is one I talk about so much on my channel and on social media because it's such a big time saver. And you can literally go through and memorize the keyboard shortcut that you want to use for whatever action that you do a lot in DaVinci Resolve, or you can customize the keyboard shortcut to whatever you want it to be. An example of this is ripple editing, which I have mapped to Q and W, which cuts down on me having to get the razor tool, make my cut, highlight that selected part that I don't want, delete it, and then drag everything back. It's doing basically 3 to 4 actions with one pressed button. Tip number 3 is using power bins. Power bins function similarly to favorites in the sense that every time you open up DaVinci Resolve, those bins will be there. But the thing that's cool about it is you can put music files, video files, different assets that you know that you use every time you edit into these bins. And no matter what the project is, it will be there. It's different than like a normal bin where if you make a bin in a project, it's tied to that project. And then if you wanted to access those bins again, you'd have to open that project. But with power bins, these are essentially like universal or like global bins that exist outside of an individual project. So every time you open a new project, those bins will be there. These are just 3 things that will help you save time while editing. But going for someone who edits every day for my job, when you're editing for hours and hours on end, any bit of time you can save yourself is huge because you have deadlines to meet, right? And you don't want to have all these other actions and things you have to do getting in the way of your creativity. The faster you can get the technical out of the way, the better, because it allows you to get to the creative side even quicker. All right, guys, that's it for this video. If you found it helpful, leave a like and let me know what your favorite part of this video was in the comments below. And be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for even more content like this. Until next time, peace.